software engineer, like traveling, trekking, bike riding, and watching movies. About the theme, when I asked him, he said that conflict is everywhere, and everyone has to sort it out. Those who do it properly are successful. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Yogesh Sadhu.
It was a subway station, 12 o'clock in the night, and it was a Christmas day. A father and a son. Only two people in that subway station. A little guy pointing to one device and says to his dad, "This is not a time machine. Dad, this is not a time machine." Father says, "I didn't get you." That guy in the park says, "This is time machine. This is not a time machine." Father thinks for some time and says, "Yes, it is. It is a time machine." "No, it is not." "It is. All you got to do is press this black button and you can go in the back. You want to see it?" "Yeah, of course, why not?" "Okay, tell me, where do you want to go?" "I don't know. Somewhere in the past where I have never been to." "Okay. Close your eyes. Press this black button." Open, open, open. Oh, what it is? Dinosaur. You can't see all the dinosaurs? Look around. Oh yeah, all the dinosaurs. Come on, we need to leave from this place. "Yes, Dad, all the dinosaurs, we need to find some place." "Watch out, there's a fire." "Okay, okay. I know one safe place. Come with me." The boy and his father, with all the luggages, they go inside a room. And that room is nothing but a public toilet in that subway station. This entire conversation depicts the emotive experience of poverty and the illusion father created to tell his son that we need to move from this place to some other place, and that place is nothing but a toilet. He got to convince his son by telling this imaginary story. This story is about none other than Chris Gardner. Chris Gardner, who suffered his entire life, be a struggling businessman whose wife leaves him away with only one son, who doesn't have a job in his hand, who is struggling to pay the check for each and every day, who have to decide whether should I pay the money to rent or should I save so that we can have food. Chris Gardner, his story tells me or tells everyone a lesson to learn, a lesson to apply that thing in our lives. Chris Gardner, since his childhood, has a dream. He has a dream to become someone who is at best in whatever he is doing. He don't have a dream to become a businessman. He don't have a dream to become a sport player. He has a dream which says, "I want to become best in whatever I am doing." Despite of all these things, he has a dream. One day, somehow he came across one person who is driving a red Ferrari. He stops him. He says, "Hey man, I got two questions for you. One, what do you do? And second, how do you do that?" That person turned out to be a famous stockbroker. And that thing goes into his mind and he decides he wants to do something like that. He tries to find out all the information about how he can be a stockbroker. He started his journey in understanding his business. And he came to know there is an internship, and he has got admitted to that internship. With one condition, there will not be no salary. That means he has to manage everything by his board after this session of internship. What he has done, entire day he is pursuing this internship, and entire night he's studying hard. And whatever time he got in between, he has to do something to earn so that they can feed to himself and to his son. This entire story, there is one thing he is continuously achieving, and that is his dream. He believes if you have a dream, you have to protect it. By all his stories, and few people came to know about his book by the same name. One person from the Hollywood called him and says, "Let's have a powwow. We want to have a discussion with you." First he says, "No, I'm not interested." But that person who called him, he was none other than Will Smith. He says, "Chris, I want to play you in my movie." Initially he says, "No, I'm not interested," but he explains why he wants to play that. Because this story is going to inspire many people. And finally Chris convinced. And it is a beautiful creation, movie called Pursuit of Happyness. One thing is constantly there in my mind, and I think that is a takeaway for me and for probably for everyone. Father tells his son, don't ever let anybody tell you you can't do something. You got a dream, you got to protect it. People can't do themselves anything, they tell you you can't do it, but you have to do it, period. Over to Toastmasters.